Shalom to the fam. It's been a while since I went live on Maccabeestv. I definitely planned on going live, soon, but, I've been dealing with a lot of things. And so I haven't really done too many live shows over the last, let's say 6 months. But I felt compelled to do this live stream because this is a serious issue. Y'all see the title. This is a serious issue. Now, I'm not here to make any commentary on the situation at this time, no matter how I may personally feel. For those of you that know, you know that I go back to the old school of One West, so I know everyone. So I'm not making any commentary at this time. Just go read the article, and then I'm going to make a couple of statements, and I'm going to end it. If you're on Facebook, you probably have already seen this. If you're not, that's why I'm doing this live stream, to keep everybody informed. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen with y'all real quick, okay? And we're going to read this article. All right, so y'all can see the article is from NewJersey.com, right? This article came out today at 7:16, updated at 7:16 p.m., published at 7:15 p.m. And the title is to catch people's attention. It says, hate group preacher, treasurer, accused of embezzling $5.3 million. Now, first of all, the whole thing with the hate group thing is to play to people's emotions, because people know that us claiming our nationality, we are automatically classified as a hate group. And if you are an Israelite, no matter what camp you belong to, if you think that by you saying you're an Israelite, you're not classified as a hate group because you don't belong to this camp or that camp, you are fooling yourself. If you are saying that you are a part of a people that are God's chosen people, that are above all other nations, no matter how much you may teach that the other nations and the Gentiles can be saved, you're still saying you're better than them. So to our enemies, you're a hate teacher also. Let's keep that real. But we're not here to have that commentary right now. So we're going to read the article. Again, you can see it says NewJersey.com, Bergen County. Let's go to the article. Let's read it. All right. Now, the caption here says, Jermaine Grant, also known as Chief High Priest Tazadaqyah of the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. All right. And this article was written by Thomas Moriarty. Okay. So here we go. It says a Mercedes-Benz van trip to Disneyland and private school tuition were just some of the gifts Jermaine Grant lavished on his family, all ostensibly paid for with the income from his entertainment company. In reality, the U.S. Attorney Office has alleged all were ill-gotten gains of a scheme by Grant 43 and Lincoln Warrington 48. For those of you who don't know who Lincoln Warrington is, that's the brother that calls himself Tazadaqyah, okay? To siphon millions from the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. The New York-based religious organization is part of the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. So if you think they're not trying to lump us all in together, you're wrong, because that's exactly what they're trying to convey, which believes Black people are among the lost tribes of Israel. So anyone that's not in the know as far as they're concerned, we're all guilty of this. That's why this is relevant to all of us, okay? Reading on. Grant, who has led the organization under the name Chief High Priest Tazadaqyah, has preached that a Black Jesus will return to earth to enslave and kill white people. The Southern Poverty Law Center has previously cited his comments in classifying the church as a Black nationalist hate group, okay? Both men were arrested Wednesday on a grand jury indictment charging them with conspiracy to defraud the United States and Grant with an additional 5 counts of personal income tax evasion. While leading the church between 2007 and 2016, prosecutors allege Grant and Warrington, a Teaneck resident and treasurer for the church, used Black Icon Entertainment, a phony company reliant almost entirely on church funds, to siphon off more than $2.4 million from the organization. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of money. Now, I'm not here. Everybody has heard the rumors. Everybody knows what's out there. I'm not here to say what happened, true or false, because we know the white man also lies. The white man also embellishes. So I'm not here to say true or false. We're just here to read the article And these are the allegations. Let's read on. Grant of Burlington Township himself spent another $2.9 million of the church's funds on personal expenses that included the van, trips and school tuition, in addition to luxury items, real estate, and a chauffeured luxury car to take his kids to school. Prosecutor said the U.S. Attorney's Office said none of the $5.3 million of income was reported by either man to the IRS. Now, if that's the case, come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, the arrests can't come almost 2 years after DNA Info reported FBI agents had raided the group's headquarters in Harlem as part of an investigation into its bookkeeping. Everybody remembers the big fiasco 2 years ago when the church got raided. And they took those books, and they've been poring over those books for years. Okay? And they finally came up with some charges that they could charge against these brothers. All right? The church and Grant made headlines 5 years ago when they filed a lawsuit against a company, a Connecticut toy company, claiming action figures of Grant the church had ordered were made with pointed features and lightened skin. Grant and Washington were expected to make their initial appearances in U.S. District Court Wednesday afternoon in Newark. So that was yesterday. Okay. Grant's attorney, Gerald Lefcourt, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Reached by email, Warrington's attorney, Richard Levitt, declined to comment. By the way, if I was to take a wild guess, they got so-called Jews as lawyers. As you probably should, because there's some of the best lawyers out there when it comes to the system. And all they care about is money. They don't really care what we believe in or not. So pretty much, brothers and sisters, this is what's going on. This is out there. Now, again, we all could say a lot of things, and I'm sure brothers and sisters in the comments are going to have a lot to say. I'm sure this is going to be a huge conversation point on Facebook and social media. And right now, I'm going to refrain from saying anything until more comes out about this situation. There's enough out there already between some of the former members that have left that church that are making all these videos, and they're fighting back and forth between each other. So I'm not going to insert myself into that. I'm going to kind of just step back and allow this thing to play out before I say what I think. I do have my opinion, but I'm going to fall back and allow the situation to play out before I say my opinion. But let me just say this really quickly, right? I really hope the Christian apologist community does not use this as an opportunity to try to, say whatever they're going to say against Israel. I really hope that you don't. You can't, because Creflo Dollar is a Christian. We know what he's doing. TD Jakes is a man. You got all these millions of prosperity pimps that have been pimping our people forever. So you Christians can't have nothing to say. You all fall under the same banner of being Christians, just like we all fall under the same banner of being Israelites. If you're trying to lump us all in, and you Christian apologists, you're lumped in with TD Jakes. You're lumped in with Creflo Dollar. You have nothing to say about this. This is none of your business. I know you're going to talk about it, but really you have nothing to say. You have nothing to say because your hands are completely dirty. Okay? Same goes for the conscious community. You have nothing to say. Y'all have polite amongst y'all for how many years? How many years? Stealing from people. People still coming forward today. So y'all have nothing to say. Then y'all say Umar Johnson was stealing. I'm not saying that. That's what y'all say. He's committed too. Now they're saying young Pharaoh was scamming the people. Regardless how you feel about him, he's committed too. So this is a sickness amongst our people that get into positions of power, and they utilize that position of power to siphon and leverage the people, which is wicked as hell. If you want people to support you, they're supposed to support you because they appreciate the work that you do. Or you set up a business. And if people support you, tell them, you know how you can support me? Support my business. That's what I tell people. Everybody knows that I got my hat line or whatever like that. Y'all see me wearing Hebrew crowns. There it is, representing. You know what I'm talking about? But on a serious note, when people come to me and say, how can I support you? You know, whatever. I don't ask people for no money. You can put some money in the treasury for the camp. If you want to support me personally, which some people say, I want to do something for you because you helped me, you changed my life, whatever like that. I say support my business. Buy a hat. Buy a shirt. Even if you don't like it, give it to somebody. Support my business. But I'm not trying to look to siphon and leverage the people just because I might affect the people in a good way as far as teaching. And it's certain people might look up to me or something that'll hold me in a certain type of esteem. That's not an opportunity to leverage the people. This is a sickness that's going on in every aspect of our community, every single aspect. So there really should be no gloating. There really should be no gloating. There really should be, pardon me, y'all. There really should be no gloating. There really should be no commentary from nobody talking no crap, because this is a sickness everywhere, man. And it's really sad. It's really sad. All right? And a lot of y'all know, and I really don't like talking about it. People say don't talk about it, but I'm going to keep it real. Listen, man, Tazadaqyah, I came up with him. We came up together. He was nothing like what people say he is now when we were young. Nothing like that. So for me to see this going on is surreal. Like, what's really good? And Israel, I'm talking about to the brothers that are sitting in positions in Israel, whatever camp you're in. If you are an elder, if you are a captain, if you are a deacon, if you are a general, whatever your position is, you must learn from the mistakes of the Israelite leadership before us. You should not be committing the same mistakes that the leaders before us made. Why do I see Israelite leaders being accused of adultery when we saw some of our leaders do that crap in the past? Why would you repeat that mistake? Why would you steal when we saw leaders in the past do that? Why would you do it? Whether you believe in the New Testament or not, the Bible says, and if you don't believe in the New Testament, it's common sense. The scripture says a bishop must be blameless, and a deacon too. Blameless. That's not to say that somebody may not make a false accusation against you, because that's going to happen. But your overall reputation in Israel should be good. If you're sitting in a position as a leader, a captain, a deacon, having whatever flattering title you have, your reputation is everything. It tells you in the book of Proverbs about a good name. It's everything. And I have prided myself on that. That's why y'all don't hear much about me in Israel, unless somebody's a hater. And I've been around longer than just about everybody. But I pride myself on carrying myself a certain way, because I will not make the same mistakes my leaders made. I want to be the change in Israel that I want to see. And if you take on a position of leadership in Israel, you're supposed to do that too. And the generations that come behind us is supposed to do better than we did. And what I'm seeing in Israel, and I'm talking about overall on a lot of topics, and yeah, I'm ranting, yeah. I've been meaning to say this for a long time. What I'm seeing in Israel is men that are sitting in the positions that the leaders before us were sitting in. I'm watching y'all do the same crap that the leaders before did. And the people are crying out because of it. And the Most High is not playing. The Most High is not playing. People wonder why I don't have a 200 and 300 and 400 member camp, because we turn people away all the time. People always coming to join our camp, and we tell them no, because we don't want no foolishness in our circle at all. And if you're going to come in here, you're going to do right. You're going to do right by the people, or you can't stay. That's the mentality that we have to have, man. Enough with this stuff. And don't think for a second, because you're not a part of that group, that this is not a black eye for all of us. Even if the charges are dropped, the specter is out there. We must do better. And even if you see leadership going off Israel, that's not a reason to run to the Christian apologists and make videos. Because the Christian churches are the biggest thieves and murderers that history knows. So running to them does what? What does it do? This is still the truth. If you are amongst leadership or organizations that's not doing right, then leave. And join somebody else, or stay on your own and do right. Keep the commandments. That's it. This is the truth. This is not an opportunity to run. Where you gonna run to, Kemet? When half their guys are accused of scamming too? Besides some of the ones I named? This is a sickness amongst our people, man. This is sad. This is sad, man. This is sad. I know like I said, I know I'm ranting a little bit, but sometimes ranting is necessary, man. Because we're in a bad situation as a people right now. We're in a bad situation as a people right now. This should not be going on. The Bible says, abstain. Again, I'm quoting from the New Testament, because I know some of my brothers don't believe in the New Testament, but if you can't get with certain wisdom, and something's wrong with you. The Bible says, abstain from all appearance of evil, especially leadership. We out in the highways and the byways, you know what I'm saying, talking against Christianity in these churches and Islam. People saying that Farrakhan has embezzled all the money. I'm just saying what's out there. People are saying Farrakhan embezzled all that money from the Million Youth March. And then the second Million Man March, and the second Million Man March, and the Million Youth March, and the Million Family March. That specter is out there. When the Nuwabians was around, people said York was fleecing them. It's everywhere. So it's a sickness that's amongst our people, man. That's why the scriptures tell us again in the New Testament, the love of money is what? The root of all evil. Not money, but the love of money is the root of all evil. Because when you have that love for money, man, you will kill, rob, rape, steal from your own brother, your own mother. You'll sell them all out, man. You'll sell them all out. And I'm not making any accusations against this organization right now. Of course, we have our differences, especially me, because I came up with this guy. But you've never heard me come on videos and say nothing really bad about him in public. We'll have that conversation if we ever run into each other. But I'm just giving y'all what's out there. This is out there now. So prepare yourselves. I'm about to end this live stream. I'm about to end the rant. Prepare yourselves, because the Kemetic community, they coming for us. Just remind them about Polite. Just remind them about Polite. And everybody else that's scamming over there. If the Christians come, forget about it. You shouldn't even come. This accusation proves nothing about the Israelite movement. This movement is of the Most High. Even if there may be some amongst us that don't have our best intentions, this is the truth. This movement is of the Most High, and we must continue, and we must be the change in Israel that you want to see. Stop complaining about what people are doing and be the change in Israel you want to see. It's just as simple as that. It's really just as simple as that, man. You know? Anyway, I'm about to end this live stream, man. I appreciate I appreciate everybody coming on and taking time to listen to me rant a little bit. I wanted to be ahead of the story. Jayla Rose, I appreciated you. I said Proverbs. He gave me the scripture, Proverbs 22:1. I appreciate you, Lord. Yeah, it's very, very important. Yeah, man. So, I'm going to end the stream right now. I'm going to kind of let the story play out. Listen, I spoke with Captain Tazadaqyah, because, by the way, it was his Facebook page that actually I saw this on and just said, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live. So shout out to Captain Tazadaqyah. Brothers and sisters, he'll be doing Cross the Line tonight, Cross the Line Radio. Captain Tazadaqyah, 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight. He's going to be going into this. And you know how he do. He's not going to be as politically so-called correct as me. He going to lay it down. Y'all know how he get down. He's going to do it, man. So, make sure that you definitely check him out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Cross the Line Radio about 10 p.m. Eastern time. Just prepare yourselves, Israel, like I said. Shout out to you, sister. I see you, Shantae Harris. I see you. I appreciate that. Shout out to you, Claude White, my brother from another mother you already know. I don't know, Israel. I'm just, you have to understand something, and I want y'all to pardon me. Certain things, hit home for me harder than everybody else, because I come up with some of these guys. You see what I'm saying? So certain things that I see in Israel, it's just really like I'm flabbergasted. Like, I can't believe sometimes what I see. And I'm like, we supposed to know better. And we supposed to do better. So when I see certain things, I didn't even know what to do, man. I just said I have to go live and just get this out. And I cannot allow others outside of the whole Israelite paradigm to get a hold of the story and run with it to left field, because that's what they're going to do. Now, notice Israel, when the whole scamming thing with Polite, and I don't care if he gets his emotions. He gets in his emotions all the time, every time me and him have any type of conversation. So I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Notice when that whole scamming thing went down with Polite, right? Y'all notice that we didn't say nothing. We stayed out of it. We didn't say nothing. We didn't have no commentary on it. Nobody was doing videos. We allowed them to deal with that situation in their so-called community. We didn't say anything. But I already know that everybody doesn't play even or play fair. So that's the reason why I said, you know what? I'm going to go live, because I know if the story gets out from them first, they ain't going to tell the whole story. And then what they're going to do, they're going to make it seem like the whole Israelite movement is like this, right? And not even mention what's going on in their community. So I wanted to remind them, before you make a video about this, make sure that you talk about how this is a problem in all of our. If you're a Muslim, it's in your community. If you're Kemetic, it's in your community. Okay. If you're an atheist, it's in your community. Okay. If you're an Israelite, if you're a Christian, it's in your community. No matter what you're dealing with, is there, because black people are sick, man. We're sick. That's the bottom line. All right. It's a sad day, man. It's an absolute sad day. So y'all see the title, man. I put a question mark there because, I'm gonna let the thing play out. Like I said, So I don't know. I don't know, man. Sad day in Israel. That's all I can tell you. What say y'all? What do y'all? I'm looking at the comment boards now. Okay, hold on a second now. That's a good one. Triple darkness, triple geek. That's a good one. Now, let me be very clear, right? Because sometimes we have to be fair. We have to be fair. If we're going to make an accusation, we have to be all the way fair, my lord, right? So now, and I'm not upset that you said that you're entitled to your opinion, but I never said I supported Polite. I never said that. What I did say, and you can go back to the video, myself and Hashar, we said we supported Polite when he was going against Harry Rosenberg. And I would do that again. Maybe some of y'all won't agree with that, but I'm always going to support a so-called, I'm going to use the term, a black man. I'm always going to support a black man before I support a white man. I'm sorry, that's me. So yes, I supported Polite in that instance, but let's keep it real. Me and Polite have always had tension. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. So no, I never supported that man at all. At all. So I just we have to be fair. That's all I'm asking. That's it. Warrior Lord, I see you. Shalom to you. Ari Yisrael, Yasha Allah, Salam, Yahweh, Shalom to you as well. Anava Kahan 12 said Esau could use this as a means to or excuse to shut the camps down. They're going to find something eventually. But if you look at this spiritually, if you think about this on a spiritual level, the Most High says, and this is really just for those that believe in the certain scriptures that I'm quoting. Something eventually. Give me 1 second, y'all. But sorry. If you look at this from the perspective of the scriptures as I believe them, I'm going to talk about my beliefs. The Most High says through the Apostle Paul in the New Testament that this would be this waking up Israel would be done through the foolishness of preaching, because the Most High could just simply have Israel wake up and come back. But the Most High chose to do it in a certain way where he would have his prophets and his teachers, even from the Old Testament, that would go into Israel and teach Israel. So this is the way that the Lord chose to bring Israel back, right? And when you go to the book of Revelations, the 7th chapter, it speaks about the angels holding back the 4 winds until the elect are sealed, okay? So when the time comes, this is my belief now. This is just my belief. When the time comes where we're no longer allowed to congregate and teach on the corners the way we do, when maybe we're no longer allowed to congregate at all as camps, I believe that the work has already been done, that the elect has already been sealed, and the Most High will begin to bring the destruction down on the society. The Most High is not going to have us stop teaching until the work gets accomplished. This work must be accomplished. Israel must come back. So when the white man brings that down, it's time. You see what I'm saying? And there will come a time where he will do something and make an excuse to do something. That's what all these movies are about. Now, we don't know whether that damn movie that was supposed to come out a couple of years ago is going to come out about the Israelites, where it was going to show us as being terrorists. I forgot what the daggone name of the movie was, but it never came out. But they have been putting us in these movies and trying to perpetrate a certain perception about us in the media by calling us a hate group, all these different things, right? And we all know about Project Megiddo. I've gone over this in some of my PowerPoints about Project Megiddo. If you don't know what Project Megiddo is, maybe one day I'll do a live stream on it, and I'll do a live stream on it and explain to y'all what Project Megiddo is. But pretty much, if you just Google Project Megiddo and the Israelites, they're going to tell you, man, they're going to do things purposefully and try to attach it to our name as Israelites to try to have a reason to come against us. All right. Now, when you go back and you read in the Gospels during the time when Christ was crucified, the apostles, from the time of Acts, the 1st chapter, to Acts, the 7th chapter, they caught hell. They caught hell when you go back and you read that. And we're coming into that time now again. Okay? That's what the whole Christian apologist movement is for. The whole Christian apologist movement is to make us look bad. That's what the movement is for. The same thing with certain brothers that deal with the whole Kemetic thing. Their whole mission is to try to make Israel look bad. That's all. That's all it's about. Period. Point blank. Okay? So what we cannot allow and give them ammunition. This shouldn't even, whether it's true or not, whether this is true or not, right? We can't even allow this to be in the air close to our name. That's why I said, I'm going to say again, right? I get all types of people. Listen, I put my life into this, man. When I came into Israel, I was 19. I spent all my 20s, all my 30s doing this. My whole, more than half my life. And so people come to me all the time and it's like, yo, brother, I want to give you some money. I'm like, no. If you want to help me, you could do one of two things. You could donate it to the camp. And I'm not the treasurer of my own camp. I'm not the treasurer of my own camp that I founded. I don't have nothing to do with the treasury. Another brother, 100% autonomous, he handles the treasury. And I trust him. For a reason, it's a conflict of interest. How you going to be the leader and over the treasury? What you going to do with the money? Soon as you late on the bill, what you going to do with the money? You right there to the bank, taking the church's money out and spending it on yourself. That's not what it's for. That's not why the people gave it to you. Get a job. So, number one, if somebody wants to help you, or when they want to help me, I tell them, look, donate to the camp. I'll give you the PayPal, donate to the camp. The treasurer will get it. When it came time for the Passover this year, when camps wanted to come to the Passover, camps was like, yo, I'm going to give you the money. So you don't give me the money. You give it to my treasurer. Don't put no money in my hand. That's a conflict of interest as a leader. Don't do it. Period. But if you really want to help me, here's the link to my store online. Support me. Buy something. Find something you like. And if you don't like it, buy it anywhere. You can give it away. That's how you support me. That's what we're supposed to do. It's not hard to set up a business, man. Why are we living off the flock or the congregation? Why are we doing that? You don't have to take money from people just because they're giving it to you. Half the time, they don't have it to give to you. You see what I'm saying? We got to avoid certain conflicts of interest, man. You got to think before you act. This should not happen. And this should be a warning to any other Israelite leaders in camps. Y'all better take a real close look at how y'all financial way is set up. And if it's not right, fix it. Fix it. I'm telling you. They're looking for every reason. Every reason. Well, you know what? Purple medicine. I hear you, and you're 100% right. I think that brothers should, elders and leadership in different camps should get together. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to do a rush to judgment. I know everybody has their perspectives on this. Everybody has their perspective. But I want people to understand sometimes that if y'all don't know anything about me, I always try to lead by example. The majority of people that would speak about this don't know this, brother. I do. I do. And if I'm not jumping off the deep end, I would advise everybody else to do the same. You see what I'm saying? We can get together and we could talk about it, but before we really come forward and make any matter-of-fact statements, I feel like as though we should let this play out a little bit more and see what's really going on, because the white man is a liar too. And this accusation could be 50% true and 50% lie, because this is what they do. It's just like when you get arrested and you go to, let's say that they arrest somebody, right? You ever notice that when you go to court and they arrest somebody, they're gonna hit you with like 5, 6 charges, right? But even in this, let's go back to this real quick. Let's go back to this, right? Even here, let's go back to the article real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it, because this is what Esau does when you go to court. All right. Okay, so here it is right here. Both men right here. It says both men were arrested Wednesday on a grand jury indictment charging them with conspiring to defraud the United States government and Grant with an additional 5 counts of personal tax evasion. So what Esau does, what the court system will do, is you may be guilty of 2 counts, but they're going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at you to see what sticks. They're going to hit you with 5. You see what I'm saying? So now us on the outside could look and say 5 counts and be like, no, it might only be 1. Only 1 thing out of the 5 might be true. You see what I'm saying? So we cannot just jump and rush in and just start making accusations. We cannot do that. And I put myself in his position to a certain degree, being a public figure in Israel. Esau could lock me up tomorrow and do the same thing. And I wouldn't want everybody rushing to judgment and saying he's guilty. I wouldn't want that, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. That's what I'm saying. That's me. And y'all might all say I'm wrong for that. Y'all might all say I'm wrong for that. Y'all entitled to your opinion, no doubt. I'm just saying that I'm not going to do that. All I'm here to do is just to let y'all know this is what's going on. We need to be aware of what's going on. And Israel, we need to do better in all aspects, especially leadership. That's the bottom line. All right? Family, I love y'all. I know some of y'all are just coming in, so you're going to have to just go back and play this from the beginning. You know, I'm about to come off now. Just wanted to share this with y'all real quick. You know, let's pray that the Most High have mercy on all of us, man. And the Most High, you know, wakes Israel up and gets us the hell out of here, man. You know, again, another shameless plug for my brother Tazadaqyah. If y'all want to talk more about this, Eastern Standard Time tonight, 10 p.m., Cross the Line Radio with Captain Tazadaqyah. He's going to be addressing the situation more in depth. He'll be taking phone calls. So y'all be able to go in and you actually speak to him, etc. Okay. Hey, Yashar, I see you. Troy Ellis, I see you, Lord. How's everything? Most High bless you, Lord. It's been a minute. He'll be going live on this tonight, so make sure that y'all definitely go there and support the brother. If you have any questions or any concerns, you know, this should concern us all. If you have any questions or concerns, then, you know, just, you know, shout out to brother Tazadaqyah later on tonight and, you know, voice your concerns and your opinions, because like I said, this affects everybody. So we definitely have to talk about it. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'll be back tomorrow with a video on Maccabeestv. I have to do something on the writings of Josephus. I know this is in left field, but the Christian apologists say that Josephus said we went into Egypt in ships in 70 AD. So we're going to read Josephus and see if that's what it says, because last I read, which was about 5 minutes ago, that's not in there. But I'll show you that tomorrow. We got to get back to the teaching. We got to stay focused. No matter what's going on, we got to stay focused at the job at hand. The job at hand is teaching our people. You know what I'm saying? That is the job at hand. Real quick, before I go, you know, I definitely have to do this. Got to remind y'all, real quick, I'm going to share my screen one last time just to remind y'all. All right. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Let me just share my screen one last time and then I'm out of here. All right, family. So this is my page, Maccabeestv. If y'all haven't already subscribed, we have 5 channels. So there's a lot of content. We have the Sisters of the Maccabees. If you're a sister and you're not subscribed to the Sisters of the Maccabees, you should be. Because Israelite Sisters, this is a place where issues that affect you are talked about. Everything from health to marriage to children, you name it, is all talked about on this channel. You definitely, if you are sisters, should be subscribed to Sisters of the Maccabees and show support to each other. People say that they don't know what Israelite women sound like, how they feel, nothing like that. There you go. You got Maccabeestv too, which is a backup channel. I don't have a lot of content on there yet, but I will be having a lot of content on there soon. So make sure you subscribe to that. Of course, I launched Maccabeestv Music, where all the music videos, I'm going to start putting all the Israelite music videos in one place on Maccabees Music. So that's going to be a one-stop shop for music. There's a lot of brothers that are putting out records and stuff like that and videos that are going to be on here real soon. So definitely subscribe to that. And last but not least, my favorite, and we really haven't put too much on this yet, but we will, Healthy Hebrew Kitchen. This is a place where you're going to see different recipes, healthy recipes that you could try at home to give to your family, you know, to live a more healthy lifestyle, man. It tells you in the book of Sirach that good health and good estate is above wealth, man. It's above wealth. So you have to keep yourself healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not a guarantee that if you keep yourself healthy that you're not going to die, because if the Most High, you know, decree for you to die, you're going to die. But you can live a better quality of life while you're alive by being healthy. So with everything that we push, we have to push health. And I believe that knowledge of health is a part of knowledge of self. You can't talk about you have knowledge of self and you're walking around and you're completely unhealthy, man. So these are just some other channels, man, that you might in your spare time you want to subscribe to. When you get to these channels, you have to hit the notification bell. Don't just hit subscribe. It's going to ask you, do you want to be notified every time a video is uploaded? Click yes. So that way, every time something is uploaded, you're in the loop. All right. With that being said, once again, family, I appreciate y'all coming on and listening to me rant. I'll be back, like I said, most I will tomorrow. Not with a live video, but a video on Maccabees. I'm going to touch briefly on Josephus in 70 AD. Shalom to y'all.